Have you ever wondered if it's possible to achieve a realistic skin tone without having an actual skin tone on hand and without any mixing, just using a white base coat and some red, blue and yellow washes? Well, I've got my hands on these new colors and now we're finding out if it works. I initially aimed for the transparent versions of these colors, but Santa had a little mix up and gave me the regular ones. But no worries, adding an equal amount of glaze medium to the paint should enhance the transparency. And a spritz of water dilutes the color even more. Spoiler alert, these colors turned out to still be a bit opaquer than my usual Vallejo favorites, even with the glaze medium. But hey, challenges are what makes the whole process exciting, right? With the prepared mix and a makeup brush in my hand, I dove right into the red wash. Quickly realizing I needed more firepower, I switched to a sponge because I needed to remove the wash faster to not let it dry, which could cause stains to show up. Some hairdryer action to speed things up, and bam, blue wash time. This will help create shadows and depth, giving our skin tone more dimension. And then, without missing a beat, the yellow wash joined the party. This will bring in those warm undertones we need for a lifelike appearance. However, the plot thickens. This experiment hit a roadblock, and I was about to abandon my dream of a realistic skin tone from washes only. But even though it doesn't look like human skin, this technique opens the door to some seriously spooky possibilities. Maybe zombies, anyone? Maybe you can still use this technique and turn it into something for your next project. But since we want realism and not The Walking Dead, my ambition was awakened and I thought, let's not finish here. Instead, I followed the same steps for the washes, but this time I applied a clear coat after every wash. And I didn't use my new golden acrylics, but the Vallejo model air colors I usually use. This did make it better, however I quickly realized that I still won't achieve a realistic skin color. My last attempt was to try it with bone white instead of plain white as a base color. And that in fact did lead to a better result. So I once more repeated the whole wash process, sometimes with multiple passes with one color and then clear coated it before the next color. You can see that the wash behaves differently on a clear coated surface where it tends to drip off initially. But with additional passes the color sticks better to the surface. The clear coat ensures that one color doesn't influence the previous color too much. And this is how it turned out in the end. It kinda looks like skin tone, but realistic is something else. I would say this method could be used for parts where you have to paint a smaller surface area. But if you don't have a skin tone paint on hand, it's probably still easier to mix a basic skin color yourself, which is also pretty easy. For example, you can use mud brown and mahogany and mix it together to get a dark skin tone. And by gradually adding white, you can get to a Caucasian skin tone. If you don't have these on hand, you can also mix a brown with equal amounts of red, yellow and blue. So one drop of each gives a nice brown that you can mix with white again to gradually go paler. And if you use that and then make your washes on top of that, you can get away without buying a pre-mixed skin tone. Okay, that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this quick experiment with me. Don't forget to comment down below with your thoughts and suggestions for future experiments. And of course, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and join the family. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.